guys, this is H-Town Kick 713 coming with a new review of the Kobe 9 EM Engineered Mesh Hyper Cobalt model. The official colorway of the shoe is Hyper Cobalt. You could say a Hyper Cobalt blue. It's also white, photo blue on the midsole and on the interior. Very similar to the LeBron 11 Sprite photo blue. Also, they have action red on the bottom of the sole. I've done some previous reviews on two previous Kobe 9 EM, so I'll look more into looking at the details and design of this shoe. Of course, with the Kobe 9 EM, Hyper Cobalt is what they call it. As you see in Kobe's line, if we look at two of the previous models, the Pop Art Cameo, the Brazil, you're seeing a pattern here of more of an artistic, artsy type of design. Of course, Kobe's calling his Kobe 9 the masterpiece, so maybe they're following along in terms of that artistic type of design. In terms of this one, we look up close, they are using a lot of patterns here. They're using diamonds, some squares, some triangles, even some polka dots throughout the shoe. Also, we're still continuing on with the engineered mesh, not the fly knit. Also on the swoosh, you have like a gold metallic swoosh there. Also on the autograph here as well. One thing unique, they're doing a little bit different on the soles this time. They are kind of going with an icy sole. It's almost translucent blue, which you can see some hues of blue within the sole. And also they have, just for sake on the bottom here, the action red colorway on the bottom. Also on the rear, they have a kind of a white with gold with the 9 kind of sutures there. And also the Black Mamba logo in blue, photo blue. Look on the outside interior of the shoe. We continue on with that artistic design of polka dots, checkers, and squares and triangles throughout. Interesting on the shoelaces and then on the tongue, they decided to go with this kind of this mint green, kind of light lucid type of color on the shoelaces and also on the fly wire on the shoe. Kind of an interesting choice of colors. I think it kind of works. I think one thing about it, it kind of keeps that kind of cool feeling with the kind of light shades of blue hues in the front of the shoe. Also, if we look at close up at the tongue, as we look at there, it's kind of that dark photo blue colorway. It has a nice gold type of metallic Black Mamba logo there on the tongue. Also, want to talk on some of my other previous reviews. You know, they're going with the Lunarlon type of cushioning system. So they had that kind of photo blue color here. You know, like I mentioned before, they had those those scales. If you haven't noticed on the foot, so if you're barefoot, you know, you're gonna kind of feel that. But with socks, it's okay, it works. So I do like this now. The cushioning on this is very responsive and very nice. So I do appreciate the Lunarlon type of cushioning on this system. Also, in one of my previous videos, I mentioned there's this thing called the Kobe Code. You may not be able to see on this model here, but there's kind of these braille type of, you know, markings here on the shoe, which this one is translated to masterpiece. And on the interior side, they have one here as well, some braille type thing, and that one stands for Veni Vidi Vinci, which is like a came, I saw, I conquered type of mantra that Kobe uses. I also want to talk about some matching accessories. This here is the kind of shirt that goes with it. They kind of put more of the action red on the Black Mamba symbol on the front part of the t-shirt, and they kept the designs very similar on the sides of the kind of diamonds and squares on the sleeves portion of the shirt. Also with the shoe, I don't know if this is like an exact match, but I got some socks to go with it as well. So this is kind of how it looks. You know, they kind of have the, of course you really don't see it on the shoe, but when you wear the socks, it's on the interior. But you know, they kind of have the action red to match this pattern here, and on the bottom, of course, you're not going to see that. But you know, it's more of a contrasting color on the top portion. What you're going to see is the kind of the photo blue match in there with a dark shade of blue to kind of give a nice contrasting colorway. So I got that as well. Okay guys, that kind of just wraps up my quick review of the Kobe 9 EM Hyper Cobalt model that just released. I'll do an on feet. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys copped or passed on this one. And appreciate if you guys subscribe, like, and you guys have a great day. Thank you.